Hi folks, this is Florian from iPal, and I would like to give an update on our project called From Solid to Object. We see a model consisting out of solids here, and this probably came from any rough CAD application which only had a set file output, basically maybe mechanical modeling like SolidWorks, or maybe Tegel in early stages, you could hear maybe also from Inventor, kind of an old model from the library. And well, it would be nice if we would have all these sections now as advanced steel sections available, because we want to do some changes, we want to do some alterations, maybe we need to add a couple of connections, and we want to do this fully automized using advanced steel. And maybe in the past somebody just created a little bit this history-based solid model just to create maybe some flat PDFs. We don't want to do this. We want to create an intelligent model. We want to do a quantity takeoff. We want to do literally anything and everything. For this, we have a tiny app available called From Solid to Object. And I've loaded it in already, which helps me, and I would now just run through here, maybe through my two methods, either the boundary or the sketch. Boundary takes a bit longer and also takes holes into account. Let's say, for instance, we have a tolerance of 12.3%, 0.12.3%, which is literally nothing, which just deals a little bit with rounding issues from a CAD application. And so we have, for instance, now the plate over the flat, so that we have, for instance, longer plates converted to flat sections. Good. And next one is maximum thickness for a plate, 20 mm above. Good, please don't convert it. You want to process everything by layer? Yes, sounds good as well. And then we would just need to select this. Good. Let the computer process now for us, and we might then see a couple of green and red sections. So where do these green and red sections come from? Using our layer manager, we see that I have created a tiny layer here, matching sections on found. Okay, obviously the red one. Obviously, I want to show you a bit more about our app. Converted sections, they are green. Let's, for instance, turn them off if you wanted to. Okay, and so let's hit the OK. What we now see is that all kinds of solids, they actually now came in here as plates. If the positioning is the other way around, just quickly flip it around to sort it out. But what we see, everything is parametric. Everything can be changed now. Great. So there are a few sections it did not recognize. Let's say, for instance, here my bracing, which intersects. The stretch method is a bit more conceptual. It has just about maybe 1/10 of the amount of code, and doesn't ask so many questions. So let's try maybe this one here. What we have, for instance, here is Solid2Object, and use, for instance, here stretch method. Maybe we have also a couple of rounding issues, or the sections are not quite perfect coming from this old CAD file. Let's say, for instance, work with a tolerance of 3%, maybe plus minus, which is literally nothing at this point either. Let's ignore any questions about the flats, because we're just dealing actually with the bracing here. Good, it comes in. And what we can now do, we can actually switch to our top view and just select this whole model again, because we just found a section that actually works. So we have Solid2Object again. Let's use our stretch method. How much was it? I think it was 3% at this point. And bring this in, process by layer, yes, why not? And then we select all our objects and confirm it. And so all the sections are now converted. That's good. Remember that I have the other green layer, the section founder, switched off. There are a couple of others ones here. We need to still process it. Only processes solids, so I can easily select some of the existing members here, which have been turned, for instance, here into my UC. Or in case if, for instance, I want to put more weight on. Remember, it's a parametric section. I can just change my 380 PFC. So let's find out about the red sections. Let's scan it, trace it a little bit, and checking it out. So should be something around 250, could be a 250 PFC, maybe around it about. And maybe I want to show you how this actually works, what actually the intelligence in the back is. So we have here our solid, and with every solid we get a wonderful command called mass props. So I'll select this, and the mass props, they actually offer me a couple of values. For instance, moment of inertias, product of inertias, and others. And actually based on these, it can actually figure out this section. And so that's basically what it does. So it has a bit of an intelligence in the back about this, reverse engineers this, calculates it, and based, for instance, on our boundary box or our stretch points, obviously, that's why we have a boundary method and a stretch method. And then it can actually do this. This is happening on the AutoCAD side. And then we take this information from AutoCAD and actually cut it down to the itty-nitty. And out of the itty-nitty gritty, we build the section then up in advance there for that. Good. So our code walkthrough we don't do because otherwise it wouldn't be done. In the next couple of seconds, after we actually wanted to change our PFCs here, still that we can start working and manipulating actually on our warehouse. And let's use, for instance, here my other command I come up. So let's use, for instance, boundary method. Again, let's say increase a little bit the percentage. So you see, I'm working myself a little bit step by step through. Just to warm up a little bit with the old geometry, or the, let me say maybe dumb geometry I have, and then we can actually select all of those. I believe these are the last solids we're actually dealing with. Just select it all because it filters out my solids, and then we are actually done. So remember, what was it? 250. 250. Let's see what my wind beams are. 250 PFC. Wonderful. I love it. So great. And so yeah, well, this is what we're developing here. And if you're interested, just reach out to us to apal.com.au or by email connect@apal.com.au. And yeah, if you have some questions or what you can do, where we are, or if you want to reach out to suggest any kind of intelligence, then it is not a problem. Just let me know, and we can talk for that, okay? And that's basically it. So that's from Solid2Object, our warehouse, in a few minutes. Did it actually do my bottom cleats? Yes, it actually did it as well. So very nice. Just check it. Yeah. Thank you.